Welcome, everyone. Today, we are going to master how to build English sentences. Let's begin by understanding how standard English sentences are built from scratch. The basic foundation of English grammar relies on a specific sequence known as the Golden Rule, which is subject plus verb plus object. The subject is defined as the person, place, thing, or idea that is performing the action in the sentence. Examples of subjects include pronouns like I, you, he, she, it, we, and they, or specific names and items like Ravi and book. The verb is the action word or the state of being that explicitly shows what that subject is doing, such as speak, run, is, are, reads, and writes. The object is the person, place, thing, or idea that receives the action of the verb, like English, a book, him, her, and the letter. When putting these elements together, you must follow the rule of subject-verb agreement. When you have a singular subject, which includes he, she, it, and singular names, the verb must take an s or s ending. However, when you have a plural subject, which includes the pronoun I, we, you, they, and plural names, the verb remains in its base form without any extra endings. Let's look at how this applies to our examples. In the sentence, I speak English, the subject is I, so the verb speak stays in its base form. In the sentence, she speaks English, because she is a singular subject, we modify the verb by adding an s to make it speaks. In the sentence, they speak English, they is plural, so we use the base form speak. And in the sentence, Ravi speaks English, Ravi is a single name, meaning it is a singular subject, so we add the s to the verb. Finally, it is vital to recognize a concept called the object illusion. A sentence does not actually require an object to be grammatically complete. Many sentences function perfectly with just a subject and a verb. For instance, phrases like I sleep, she runs, they laugh, and he works are fully complete sentences on their own, because the action does not need to transition onto an object. Now that we know how sentences are structured, let's dissect the specific categories of words we use. These are known as the core parts of speech, and we will focus on 5 fundamental ones today. First is the noun. A noun is the name of a person, place, animal, thing, or idea. Examples include proper nouns like Rahul, Pune, and India, concrete nouns like book, table, teacher, and dog, and abstract concepts like happiness. In application, we see them in sentences like, Rahul is a teacher, or, the book is on the table. Second is the pronoun. Pronouns are words used explicitly in place of a noun to avoid repetitive naming. Instead of repeating a name like Rahul, we substitute a pronoun. For example, we can say, Rahul is a teacher, he lives in Pune. Other primary pronouns include I, you, he, she, it, we, they, me, him, and her. Third is the verb. Verbs denote action words or states of being. A critical rule to remember is that if there is no verb, a grammatically correct sentence cannot exist. Examples include run, speak, is, are, come, go, and walk. In context, we say, they walk every morning, or, she is singing. Fourth is the adjective. Adjectives are descriptive words that modify, or give extra information about a noun, or a pronoun. Examples include qualities like smart, beautiful, big, small, good, tall, and happy. For example, in the sentences, she is wearing a pink dress, and it is a big house, the words pink and big serve as the adjectives modifying the nouns. Fifth is the preposition. Prepositions are words that explicitly show the relationship, location, or positioning between a noun or pronoun and another word in the sentence. Common examples include in, on, at, under, behind, near, with, for, and of. We see this clearly in sentences like, the book is on the table, or, he is sitting near the window. Next, let's look deeply into auxiliary verbs, commonly known as helper verbs. We will categorize them into 3 primary groups, starting with is, and are, which represent the present simple to be tense. These helper verbs identify states of being in the present tense, and they strictly correlate with specific subjects. The subject I strictly pairs with them, as seen in the positive sentence, I am happy, the negative sentence, I am not late, and the question, am I right? Singular subjects, like he, she, and it, strictly pair with is. For example, we say, she is a student, he is not here, and is she coming? Plural subjects, like you, we, and they, strictly pair with are. Examples include, they are friends, they are not ready, and are they playing? Our second group of helper verbs is do and does, which are also used in the present simple tense. These helper verbs are used to establish structural states, particularly for negatives and questions. Do is utilized with the subjects I, you, we, and they, while does is utilized with the subjects he, she, it, and singular names. The structural formula for a positive sentence is simply the subject followed by the verb in its base form, like, I play cricket, or, she plays cricket. The formula for a negative sentence is the subject plus do not or does not, followed by the verb in its base form, such as, I do not play football, or, she does not play football. For a question, the formula is do or does plus the subject, followed by the verb in its base form, like, do you like coffee? Or, does she like coffee? A crucial rule to remember here is that whenever you utilize do or does in a sentence, the main verb must always return to its base form. You never add an s or s to the main verb if the word does is already present in the sentence. Our third group of helper verbs is has and have, which represent the present perfect tense, or are used to show ownership. These helper verbs serve two completely distinct structural functions. Has is used exclusively with he, she, it, and singular names, while have is used with I, you, we, they, and plural names. The first structural use is possession, where the formula is subject plus has or have plus the object. This denotes ownership, as seen in the examples, he has a car, and we have a meeting. The second structural use is action completed, which represents the present perfect tense. Here, the formula is the subject plus has or have, followed by the past participle form of the verb, which is V3. This denotes a past action that is connected to the present. Examples of this include, he has not called, has he finished, we have not met, and have you seen it? To conclude, let's analyze the advanced exceptions and common areas of confusion regarding subject-verb agreement. The foundational baseline remains that singular subjects require singular verbs with an s or s ending, and plural subjects require base verbs with no s or s ending. However, there are specific words that frequently confuse language learners. First, let's look at confusing words that are actually singular. There is a specific group of indefinite pronouns that sound like they refer to multiple people, but grammatically, they are strictly singular. These words are everyone, everybody, someone, somebody, anybody, no one, nobody, each, and every. Because these words are singular, they must always be paired with singular helper verbs or verbs with an s ending, such as is, has, does, wants, knows, and likes. Look at these exact examples of correct usage. Everyone is happy, everybody has a reason, someone wants to help, somebody knows the truth, anyone can make mistakes, anybody understands this, no one is absent today, nobody likes lies, each student has a book, and every child needs love. As a vital side note regarding the pronoun I, while it refers to a singular person, it is grammatically treated under the plural rule for primary action verbs. Therefore, you must say I go, I have, I do, and I want, instead of using the singular forms with an s. Finally, let's look at the pronoun you. The pronoun you has a unique, absolute rule, which is that it always takes a plural verb, regardless of whether you are addressing a single individual or an entire room of people. Because it is strictly treated as plural, you must exclusively pair it with the plural verbs are, have, and do. Review these exact applications. You are my best friend, which applies even when speaking to one person, you have a great idea, and you do amazing work. Ultimately, the most critical takeaway when teaching this concept is simple. The key to correct grammar is always analyzing the grammatical classification of the subject, not the literal meaning of the word. Thank you.